We're obviously excited to be moving forward. It's always something that we don't take for granted, and we're looking forward to tomorrow night.
All right, Danny, when we get started. Volley together that first set when they're kind of going on the run late. You guys obviously it's a breathing room. What's kind of the mindset in the court as they're starting to try to rally? You guys need to close it out.
Yeah, I think we were just going back to we need to get good pass, ball control, and put one ball away. It was when we had 24 for a while, so we knew we just had to focus on what we could do and put the ball away.
Yeah, I agree with Molly. We definitely just needed to focus on first ball contact, and I think that they're having some really good service pressure, so we just needed to focus in on what we were doing and close the match.
Any of y'all can jump in with questions.
Something you talked about earlier this week was really coming up with some scrappy plays. There were some really great digs, especially by Ilani tonight. Is that something you guys focused on this week, or where was that coming from?
Coming from last season, we kind of had this thing called sous chef, and it's just being good away from the ball, and so that's what we focus on. We're trying to be a defensive team, so having those scrappy plays are really big to us. So we don't just practice that leading up to the match. We've been practicing that all season, so it's good to see it come out in the match.
Yeah, dominant play. How did you tell going through each set? Was your game on? Was it slow? It seemed kind of slow sometimes. Did you feel that you're all connected, communicating?
It's the first game of the tournament, so there's going to be a little bit of nerves, and I think that it took us a while to click, but once we started to click, we started to find our groove, and we did what we could do. So.
Jared, we looked down the numbers and you see Skylar 476, only 3 over 500. Logan being over. What is kind of your overall impressions on the offensive numbers?
Well, look, we've got some special athletes that have worked really hard to get their offensive game going and making good decisions up there. Going into a match, probably my least concern is our offense. And, we know they can score. They were heavily helping on Bree, and then, we tried to empower our team to get some better passes so we can get her more involved in game 3. And they did that, and then it opened up for Molly because they were bringing their left side block in there. And I thought Skylar took some really good swings, in system but also out of system. We had a couple of really nice plays there. For me, how clean we can play is the big thing, and what I look at is our errors, and we just had too many tonight. So we'll have to clean that up for tomorrow night and get them focused and ready to play tomorrow.
Speaking of tomorrow, what kind of challenges does Rice present to you guys?
Well, look, Rice is a good team. They beat us last year. I think they've got some really good experience. They got a great left side hitter in Lennon. Obviously their middle's good. I think their setter's super feisty, and they played good volleyball. I thought they played really well tonight, and as of late they've been putting up some big numbers. So the tournament has changed over the years, and now the second round tournament is a threat for you to be challenged, and they do that, and I think our team will rise to that, but we'll see tomorrow night.
Molly, just what are your overall impressions of the tournament starting on a positive note? Obviously, it's the part of the season we all play for, so we can start right away.
Yeah, it's always really exciting to get a win in the tournament. Any win's a big win. But I think we definitely just want to make sure we're taking it one game at a time and put this one behind us and just look at Rise tomorrow and go in, be ready for that, be focused all the way through.
What can you say to fans? There's about 3,100 fans here tonight. We have about 1,700 left to fill back out the stadium. Coach, this is something you were asking the fans to come out to back the stadium. Can you make any comments to them? Listening to get them to come out.
Yeah, I think the Longhorn fans put a lot of expectations on teams and coaches here, and we would like the same effort and energy that it takes to be able to create a program and get our players to where they're at now to have fans come out and support us. We're the last team in the fall season, technically, that has a chance to win a championship, and I know historically that we've been a team that advances past the second round. But in today's day and age, that doesn't automatically come, and we can't assume that. And the crowd gives us a huge boost, and there's a big difference between 31 and a sold-out crowd. And so I hope people make the effort, make the family trip out of it tomorrow, and come out and actually stand up and cheer and get after it and create some energy behind us, because we are going to need them during this tournament, and especially over the next game.
Can you share what it's like to have a full house here, just what it does to your game, team, and
Yeah, totally. The crowd definitely brings a different type of energy. We create our own energy on the court, but I think that when the crowd's interactive with us, like it really helps us and like makes us want to play for them. So that way we're getting the crowd excited. So I think it's really good to have the crowd, and I think that's one of the advantages of hosting is you get to play at home as long as possible. So I think Texas fan base is ridiculous. So having them out here is just it's the best thing about playing at home, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing like it when Greg is packed, and not only does it help us, but it's so much harder for the other team to play in Greg. So I think that that's something that totally factors in, and we can't do without the fans.
Jared, does it matter that Rice is a team that you guys are familiar with, you guys are familiar with at this stage? Does it matter if there's some familiarity, or is it just whatever happens tomorrow happens?
No, with today's day and age, there's so much statistical information, and we're able to watch a ton of film. But I think they're familiar with them, and I think obviously they know what they can present. To me, it always comes down to can we execute and do the things that we're supposed to do. When we do that, we're obviously a very good volleyball team. And so I thought we put a tremendous amount of pressure on them at Rice with our serving, got them out of system a lot. And then we executed on the serve receive side and ran our offense at a very high number, and we're able to execute. So that's going to have to happen tomorrow night.
Ollie, as the captain and the leader, are you concerned at all about looking back to September with this team, or do you believe that you guys can just take it one match at a time and just focus on tomorrow?
I think we're really good at like knowing that there's pressure in the game and coming in like being focused. And I think that's just like one of the biggest things we look at tomorrow is we know this Rice team's a great team, and we played them in September, and we did what we needed to do then, and we need to do the same thing whenever we go out and play them tomorrow.
All good?
I think they'll play better than they did in September, so it'll be a good match, and we're excited to play it. And we got a good team.